Hey guys, Rolando from Red Moto. So today we're going to be working on this Tesla Model 3 rear bumper removal and installation. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like, subscribe, and turn on that push notification. And if you guys need any pre-painted auto body parts for your car, go to redmoto.com, your pre-painted auto body parts source. We'll link the website up above and also down below. So let's go ahead and get started. This is my first time actually doing a Tesla or any type of Tesla. So you're going to be in for a ride and I'm going to be in for a ride. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you guys know, I like to start on the bottom first. So let's go ahead and figure out what's in the bottom right there. So in the bottom right here, we're gonna go ahead. Look on the bottom right here, if you guys see, right in the middle, you're gonna see these this cover right here. So if you guys look closely, there's gonna be these tabs right here. There's one on the other side. But it looks like we need a flathead to take it off. So let's go ahead and start doing that. So to the side of the bumper, there's gonna be these two bolts. It's gonna be a 10 millimeter. And then we're gonna go to the other side. And we're gonna take off those bolts too. Alright guys, so right here, you're gonna go ahead and pull that fender liner back, and you're gonna get a T20 Torx bits. Let's see, close up right there. It's gonna be T20, and you're gonna utilize that tool right there and go ahead and take off that screw, which is like right here. So let me show you guys. So pull it back, and just use your finger. You're gonna feel for it. It's like right here in this area. So go ahead and insert that in there. Yeah, it's like a T20, so I was right. So it's a T20 like that, and that screw comes off on the side. So I believe that's it. So let's try. So this is my first time. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it. Let me see if it is the right one. Yeah, that is. So everything else should be a tab connecting it all the way through. So you just pull it. But you got to make sure, remember you have a sensor right here, so don't pull it too hard. But we're going to leave that right there. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then we got to take off the tail lights. So yeah, let's take off this tail light right here. Alright, so flathead, go in there. Let me show you guys what that looks like. So it looks like that. So when it's pressed in, it looks like that. Go ahead and put that flathead and pry up, and it should release it. So once you remove these tabs right here, this one right here and this one right here, you can just go to the back a bit and put your hand there, and it should just release it. There you go. That's off. Alright, so take off the tail light. There's this round piece that screws on there, so you just use your hands and it should just come off like that. This is the first time I've ever seen a tail light with this thing on there, but it is a Tesla, so they gotta be a little bit original. There we go. So it looks like that, and it's just screwed on. Okay, so now I know you're supposed to pull this back right there, and there's an 8 millimeter bolt that's attaching the tail light together. Alright, so supposedly this thing gets stuck, so let's see. So there's those two bolts, took that off. That screw thing, we took that off. And then I know if you pull this way, okay, I see what they're talking about now. Yeah, that's tight on there. So if you wiggle it, you gotta put a little bit of force. So let me try something flat like this. So you gotta use a plastic one, okay? So you don't want to mess up that tail light. So it looks like someone did try to take this off originally, and they look like they cracked it. So I'm gonna try right here. Oh man, that thing is stuck on there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Woo! So yeah, safest thing to take this off. Now I know what they're talking about. So there's these tabs right here, these prongs that go in here, and they get stuck fairly easily. So you saw how I did that. I went ahead and demonstrate. I'm not gonna put it all the way in because that thing was hard to take off. But I took this piece, and while I'm shoving it out, I'm also forcing this, kind of like putting a little bit of force this way, leveraging it. And once this one comes off, I went on top and I did the same thing and pushed this out. So that's what made me not crack it. So as you guys can see, someone tried to take it off before and it kind of cracked right here. Okay, here's why this one's easier. If you guys go to the charging port, alright, so hopefully that thing doesn't drop on me. But if you just pull like that, you guys can minimize the damage to the taillight on this one, because you can apply equal force in the middle where those prongs will release itself. Alright, we're gonna take this off too. So this is a pretty good guide for you Tesla owners that are scared to mess around with your car. We'll see if I damage anything. If I don't, then you guys are pretty much good to go. Just modify your car a little bit here and there. You know that the style's not all that great, to be honest. I would put a body kit on this thing. Alright, so that's just me. But I'm gonna go ahead and see, like right here, there's these prongs. Let me get you guys. There's these prongs right here. If you guys like lift up on it like that, you know, just release it so we don't break this bumper. There we go. I'm gonna do that on the other side. Alright, so there's a moment of truth. If we got all the bolts off, and remember, we're gonna take it easy and not just like completely take it off by force. Remember, you got these sensors right here, so you got to make sure you pull it off softly. So right here, I'm gonna start off on the one side. That. So that's one side. Alright guys, so now we have that. I know we're gonna pull from the middle, so I'm gonna take one side and pull it off. Oh, there we go. It's coming off like that. So it looks like it's getting stuck. Alright. So this is a great example of not pulling it out completely, because you do have bolts down there. So let me show you guys those bolts. So first thing we're going to do is disconnect it. Okay, disconnect it from here, and then pull. Let me see. So let me show you guys up close. So the other thing that's getting stuck on is these lower valance tabs, like right there and right there, right there. I'm gonna put a fly head right there and pry those up. Oh, this one's gonna mess up a little bit, but let me push it back. Oh, okay. So these tabs right here, you pull up on them and then it releases tabs. So you gotta do it all the way around. So we were doing it wrong the whole entire time, but let me show you guys how to do it. Alright, so you guys can see right here, there's a tab. You push up and it'll release. Push up and it'll release. So just go around. So again, let's see this tab, and push up, and you hear a click, release. Oh, this is a lot easier. There we go. So you push up and it'll release. Alright, so now that should be it. Go ahead and that was almost it. This one got stuck right here. Alright. And then that's how you remove the rear bumper. Alright. So to replace this is the bumper right here. This is a lower valance right here. So if you don't need to replace your low valance, you take it off this way. So I'm going to show you guys how to take off the lower valance, the sensor holes, and the reflect. Let's take off these sensors first. So all you do is push down on these tabs right here, and it should release it. And this one's broken. Like that. So you press down on here. And then this one right here, just take it off the clip and unhook it like that. So again, you just press down on it. So start off with one end and then go to the top. It should come off. But remember these plastic circle gaskets, remember put those on. So they usually come off. Okay, so this one's good. Oh, this one's still on. Let's go around, pull it, push down, and then push up, and then pull it out. Remember these plastic things. Push down, then pull out, and then push up again. Remember this plastic thing. It goes back around. Pull that out. Last but not least, and this thing fell off. So put that one back, and then that's how you take off your sensors. So now you guys want to take off this lower valance right here. So basically all it is let's see how it's same thing how we did over there. Just get a flathead and you pull up on these tabs and you kind of push this out. So while you're pulling up on this tab, you're pushing out like that. So it'll get off that the hole basically. Continue that on. Like that. Okay. So now we're going to turn it over. Like that. Okay. So we should be able to slide it out like that. There we go. That's off. Slide that in there. Reflectors. Let's see how that works. Okay, so reflectors are pretty easy. There's like these pins right here, and you just push down on them, and you push out, and then you pull the reflector out. So this one right here is kind of getting stuck. I'm gonna show you guys. On the ends, just push down on it, and then push down on the top, and it should release the first side. And then since you guys saw this one get stuck, all I did was get a flathead and push down this prong, and then kind of use my other finger to push down it, and then push on this one, and then release the whole thing. Alright guys, so now it's time for us to reinstall all the parts back. And as you guys can see, right here I have it on a stand. And I put like towels right here or something soft so it doesn't scratch up the bumper itself, because it's a freshly painted new bumper for you guys, and I don't want you guys to damage that bumper you guys buy from us. So making sure whenever you guys do installs and you turn the bumper upside down, making sure that it is on a soft surface. Let's go ahead and get started on this one right here. So the sensors, so first you kind of want to kind of check where it would go, lining up all the before you press down on any of the sensors, just making sure it lines up. So this one, yeah, this one's the wrong way, so it's not lining up correctly. And the reason why I knew it was the wrong way is because, see this plug right here? It's gonna be on the passenger side. So I need the passenger side to have this. Alright. So again, I'm gonna test fit it first, see if it all fits. Alright, so that looks good right there. So that's exactly how it should go. And these sensors go like this. Okay, before you press down on it, on the sensor itself, make sure you have these plastic little pieces on there. So it protects, I guess, like the water from coming in, and also the sensor sits on there correctly. So once you guys have that on there, go ahead and press down. There's this tab right here. Line it up with the tabs. So if you have it on correctly, you just press down. It should be really easy to press down, and then you should hear that click. Alright, so if it's on correctly, as you guys can see, like the rubber grommet is on there sealed correctly, but you see down here it's kind of off. So you want to go back and take that sensor off. And then realign it, because sometimes that plastic grommet comes off. Let's see if that works. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta try it a couple of times, but it's very important you guys put it on there correctly. There we go. That's perfect right there. So you guys can see the grommet is perfectly around that circle sensor. So that's how you guys want it. So continue on. Just make sure it clips on so it doesn't fall off later. Okay. So now that's on. Now we're gonna put the, I guess we can go ahead and put on the reflectors. So the reflectors just kind of see which way they go. So like this one goes here, and they just snap into place. So if once you get the right one in the right place, just line up the tabs with the holes and just press down and they snap into place. Okay guys, so now we have this trim piece that goes underneath right here. It goes like this. So flip the bumper the other way, and like I have this stand, so it kind of like comes out a little bit. But if you have it on the floor, you can, but it just making sure like the sides don't get scratched up. But all you do is line up the tabs, like these tabs right here, with the holes. So these tabs right here. And then once you have them lined up, just slide them in. So before I start pressing down on it, I'm gonna make sure they're all lined up correctly. Alright, so you can go to the middle and hit it down, and they'll snap into place. Alright, there we go. So let's take a look at this. Yep, everything snapped into place. Just double checking. Oh, that's good to go. Alright, so on the bumper itself, you're gonna remember we gotta put these bolts back into place. So go ahead and push up on there. Maybe a 10 millimeter. Alright, so that goes into place like that. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and install that bumper, but I'm gonna put this protective, it's like basically bubble wrap, but if you guys have like a sheet or a towel or something like that long enough so you guys can protect that bumper in case it does drop, because we're gonna do something awkward right here. We're gonna take that bumper, and remember we took those tabs off right here, so we gotta insert those tabs back into place. So then we can go ahead and start bolting it back into place also. So, alright, let's try it out. Alright, so you guys might not be able to see this, but all I'm doing is trying to figure out where those holes are, so I can insert this bumper inside those holes. So this little lower valance. So I'm just making sure that the painted bumper doesn't get scratched. Okay, so that was good. Alright. So that's in place. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. There we go. Alright, so let me show you guys what happened so far. So all I did was the lower valance right here, we got to insert it into those little pocket holes right there. The one thing that was actually preventing it from going in was, remember that there's like these flaps right here. Make sure the flaps don't go over here, because that'll prevent it from going in. So there's 1 and 2. So let me show you guys where that was. So basically it's this flap right here, and there's a tab, there's another flap right underneath there. And so that flap right there, make sure that one goes underneath, and this one goes underneath also. Alright, so now we're going to put those bolts back into place. So let's see, it's gonna be these bolts right here. So one of the bolts right here, and that's gonna be a 10 millimeter. Alright, so now we gotta plug in that sensor. So plug in that sensor right there. Then here click, and then take the tab and push down on it, okay? And then this thing goes over here. So, alright, so now that's good to go. Okay, so now we can go ahead and take this off. The bumper should be secure. So now we're going to lift the bumper up, making sure it goes in here. So lift it up. Making sure the wire's out of the way. And then making sure it goes over this hump right here. So I can clip it onto here. Okay, so that's one right there. Go to the other side. So all I'm doing right now is what I did on the other side was just kind of pull up on the bumper and I'll clip into place. And then on the sides, making sure those brackets clip into place. That. Okay, so that's good to go. This is kind of close, but there's a bracket right here that you need to align. The bumper has to go over or in between that bracket. There you go. Then it should go in there smoothly. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and push in the middle part. Make sure that the bracket's on top. I mean the bumper's on top of the bracket. Let's go ahead and it should go in smoothly like that. If you feel like there's like a lot of tension, you might not be putting it in right. So make sure that excuse me. Make sure that it is in right. Let's see when we close the lift gate. Yeah, it looks flush, so it should be on right. Alright, so now guys, we're gonna go ahead and push this in, making sure it's over that bracket again. There we go. That's into place. Put that fender liner back behind the bumper. Little force right there. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and put that screw right in place right here. Then you have this clip right here that you just put right underneath and press that on it. That should secure it. And go ahead and do that on the other side. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna do is remember those two bolts right here that goes right underneath right here. It's gonna be with a 10 millimeter. So just go underneath, locate it, and then put it into place. There's gonna be two of them. once you guys done with this side, do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so on the taillight portion, you're gonna grab one more 10mm and then put it into place right here. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and line up that taillight. It's gonna be this one right here. Okay, remember the prongs, line up the prongs right there. Alright, now you go ahead and press down on it. Okay, that should be secured. Alright, once that's secured right there, we're just going to open this up and then plug in the taillight. So find that plug, there it is. And then plug it in. You should hear that clicking noise. That should be good to go. And then we have these bolts right here. It's going to be 8s. Put them right in there. Alright, now that's into place. Just double check. That's all the bolts. We'll put this cover back into place. Okay, that's good to go. This little piece right here, go ahead and plug that in. I mean, not plug it in, screw it back into place. There we go. And we're gonna do that on the other side also. Alright, so now here's this cover right here. This one's a little tricky, but if you guys put it right in place with these little tabs, make sure it lines up on here, and you should be good to go. It should go in there easily. You may have a little bit of trouble just because it's kind of awkward position. So you guys that was an awkward position. So then you go ahead and put this in. And one thing I do have to show you guys is like this thing, this plastic piece or the rubber piece goes on top of the plastic piece. Alright, there we go. Alright guys, so now this is the final steps right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put those bolts in place right there. And this one should get us all complete. Alright. So actually this test is not that bad. The worst thing was just trying to figure out how everything should come off on the lower portion of the bumper. But since I showed you guys that, there's no trial and error for you guys. Alright, so this flap right here, you got your 10mm bolt going in there. Put this tab back in place. Get this one secured. Alright, so this last thing right here, you're gonna need a flat head. So the tab should be going straight like that. Put this thing first, slide it in, press down, and press down. Let's see if this. Alright, so secure this, rotate. Alright. What is going on, Tesla? Rotate. Good. Okay, that's secured. Alright guys, so that's how you install a Tesla Model 3 rear bumper. Thank you guys for watching. Hey guys, I do want to thank you again for watching our great videos. If you guys need any parts for your vehicle, the ones that you guys see in our videos, or anything else, go to redmoto.com, your pre-painted auto body parts source. We sell bumpers, taillights, headlights, touch-up bottles, everything that you need for your vehicle. Go to redmoto.com, your pre-painted and accessories parts store. Also, go ahead and like, subscribe, and turn on your push notification for more great videos like this one. Thank you.